Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me. Hey family, so we're back with another Mercury Money Magic video so we can take a look at your career and money now. Today, what's more likely to happen around the time of you finding this reading. Now it is timeless, so whenever you find it, it should resonate for you. I'm just gonna let everyone know we're using a different deck for the overview, and it already came out with amazing energy, so hopefully it translates over to each pile. We've got Joy, which is the Gerber Daisy. We've got Abundance, which is the Chrysanthemum. And the reason why I'm calling out the flowers, for those of you that like redirections that are watching the intro, you may have messages in those secret admirer readings, okay? So I'm gonna grab this here, close you out. Someone go to the cherry blossom, okay? All right, I'm gonna hold it up so you can make your selection now. Pile number 1 is the green apple juice. Pile number 2 is the matcha green tea crepes. Pile number 3 is the mint lime popsicle, and then pile number 4 is the scoops of pistachio ice cream. I'll give you a moment to make your selection, and if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, my green apple juice. Let's take a look at your career and money right now and what's gonna happen, what to look out for. Let's see. Get a good shuffle so we can get a key theme for your pile. All right. The green apple juice. Kind of Mercury money magic, all kinds of stuff. We've got bravery and thoughtfulness. Speak up at work, right? And take the initiative where you're looking for jobs and promotions and things like that and raises. Because I see here where bravery is going to lead to consideration. When I think of thoughtfulness, I think of someone that has a lot of consideration for other people, someone that's very thoughtful. I think of someone that's really considering things just overall because you're thinking, right? So your bravery, any actions you take are gonna lead to at least some consideration, right? So be vocal, be active. That's what you need to be doing. Be persistent. Look at you. I love it. Yeah, you need to be encouraged. Don't, like, closed mouths don't get fed. That's your slogan for this period of time. We're talking about your career and money. Closed mouths don't get fed. Okay? You're going to need to be brave. You're going to need to be persistent. So tell me more about this green apple juice. What messages do they need to know today regarding their career and money? Especially today. If there's something you were thinking of doing today, specifically right before this reading, it's going to be productive with this 8 of Pentacles. It's gonna do well. And also, I'm also seeing, when I mentioned speaking up, not just to get ahead, but as far as recognition, right? Because sometimes you want little brownie points that are eventually going to lead to promotions and things like that. Some of you are going to be brave enough to point out something, whether it's an error, a flaw, or just something that's maybe not as efficient. And when you do that, it's going to get you some respect, right? In the workplace or in the network, in the collaboration. They'll be like, you know what? That green apple juice kind of knows some stuff. You want to do that, okay? So tell me more about my pile number 1. Right. Boom. Closed mouths don't get fed. You share what you see. If it's something that doesn't make any sense, you make sure people know in a polite way now, in a thoughtful way, right? Maybe adamant where you know it's going to be a huge flaw that people are going to regret. Like, be brave and adamant where you know it's going to go wrong. Do that. But, like, as far as asking for what you want, be brave, be persistent. It's going to lead to, I mentioned respect in the collective space, but also where we talk about opportunities for advancement. You're looking more now how you'll look more like you can lead a community, you can lead a team, okay? And I'm also seeing where eventually it will lead to higher pay in the best way. We got tens, where something's overwhelming and it's really not gonna work, where someone's doing too much or overreacting. Bring that up, okay? Because that's the 10 of wands, where we talk about maxing out, overextending, burning out, okay? And if you feel like you're on the brink of burnout, because some of you you're like, no, I don't need to be told to be brave. I'm moving. Yeah, just watch it, because it's always a polarity, right? There's the little timid side. It's like, okay, speak your mind. But then there's that other side where all you do is take over everything and you're like leader and head of everything. Just ease up. I see potential burnout. Some of you may be breaking out due to the stress. You better stop. Okay. So let me see. Tell me more about my pile number 1, please. I agree. Yeah, look at you. If you're on the brink of burnout, you better stop, because that's what it is. Like, be brave about yourself, right? Be thoughtful when it comes to yourself. Be persistent about your own personal health. But those of you that need to go move and make the move, reach out to whoever, bring up whatever, you do what I said, because I see a promotion. I see a big boss promotion, right? Like 10 of Pentacles is top of the food chain, like the Emperor, okay? And I see it happening very quickly, where you're brave, where you're persistent, okay? Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a long pile, because there's not really much to say. I already kind of let you know. Let me pull from these couple of decks. What else do we need to tell this green apple juice regarding, some of you pick that juice because you need to make sure that you're hydrated in terms of your energy levels. Like some of you are a little bit dehydrated. Some of you need to make sure you're drinking enough liquid so that you can speak your truth, right? In the workplace. Let me see. Come on, what's this? Trying to get us back up. Tell me more about this green apple juice. Yeah, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Don't be afraid to challenge, okay? Like, don't be hyper aggressive, but don't be afraid to challenge when we talk about the details, where someone may not be paying attention to the details, or where you know you need to prioritize your health and you need to speak up and say that, you know, you're being stretched a little too thin. Establishing a foundation, health, daily life, practical details is this house, the 6th house of health and wellness, and making sure you prioritize your health and wellness and the details, and where things may be difficult, being brave enough to find the healthy balance, okay? Yeah, some of you just really need to cut the laptop off, because that's what I'm struggling with over here. I'm like, I'm struggling to keep my thumbnail up, and I'm realizing that's a message to this group. Like, you know, it's okay to close your laptop sometimes. It's okay to do that, where it's challenging your health because you don't know how to do things in moderation. Okay. All right. Spending time with a friend is going to be good. Some of you, when we talk about networking, there's a friend that you're very close to that may be near you. I don't know if this is someone that kind of is visiting the area or visiting you now. Spend time with that friend while they're in town. Okay, that's going to benefit you career-wise in terms of your business or money down the line. Okay, just make sure you're connecting with that close friend that you don't see often. Okay, tell me more. I got a pineapple of reconciliation. Reconnect with a close friend that you haven't seen in a while. This is a pile of needing to know how to network. Closed mouths don't get fed. If you do what I'm telling you to do, you're gonna get a wish, right? We got dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. We've got pineapple, which is reconciliation, and a wish being granted, okay? Especially if you're in a financial pinch, that's gonna be your fastest way out of that. And be cunning like a fox, right? It said shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Connect with who you need to connect with, see who you need to see, meet with who you need to meet with, reach out to whoever you need to. That's the confirmation. Something about being very organized and the way that you lay things out. Something about a presentation, because this feels like I'm laying out a presentation, which I literally am on YouTube, but I don't know, something about the way I just did it looks like a trend line, and that wasn't intentional. So tell me more about this green apple juice. What do they need to know about their career and money? What's gonna happen? What do they need to know now? Let me see if I want to get 4 and the bottom. So that's 2. That's 3. Okay, 4. And the carriage talks about a journey, either physical or mental, thinking, right? Analyzing things and making sure that the things you realize with your attention to detail, make sure you vocalize it, you express it so that people know that you're capable of that, right? And also take that trip, take that ride to see that nearby friend that either you haven't seen in a while, that's in town. You need to see some type of friend, okay? So what is this? I got a weeping willow, a family sorrow. If you have something in your family that's leading to sorrow, take your break, your time off to deal with that. Like, we work to live, right? So do that, but you have success, right? Like, this is the power of needing to know. You're going to be success. You just need to communicate what it is you need. The arrow says you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So you're doing the right things. You just need to be a little more vocal about what it is you need, especially if you're waiting for news, a package, a letter of some kind. Boom. Success. You may travel for work soon, okay? So let me get you advice and close you out. Tell me, what advice do we have for my green apple juice for today in their career and things like that? All right. Listen, your message was so clean, so clear, so crisp. Eternal charisma talk about like people liking you and leaning into that, and where you're a little quiet, standoffish, or you lack the confidence to be persistent and brave. It's saying you're charismatic enough to get away with it. Like, you need to be talking to people, connecting with people, reaching out to people regarding the things you want in your career. Banish that curse of hiding. Banish that curse of holding back your personality. Banish that curse of your not desiring to connect with people that you know. Don't be doing that. That's not going to benefit you, okay? So thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to close you out and move along to pile number 2. All right, pile number 2, my matcha green tea crepe cake. I just want you to know this is going to be the group of getting more than you bargained for in the best way. We've got beauty in the orchids, so that may be a redirection for you. But I've got a bag of something that could be a new job or a raise at the bottom here, okay? And I've got fire, which is strong emotion, passionate, love, or hate. But I'm telling you, I got the most amazing energy because I don't know what I was doing in the intro where I call this just a plain crepe. This is a crepe cake. So layers. So you may think you're gonna get one layer of something and you're gonna get like 3-4 stacks of something. So more money than you expected, better position than you expected, more vacation time, more benefits, something extra regarding this position, this next role, or something within your role, more than you bargained for in the best way. So I love starting this out like that with this great news. So let me go ahead and get a shuffle and tell you more about it. What does my matcha green tea crepe cake need to know? Some of you are going to get a surprise cake. I mean, if you're celebrating like your work anniversary, things like that, team member of the month, promotions, things like that, or just any other award. I see that. You'll get a cake unexpectedly, or gift unexpectedly as a reward. Tell me more about career and money for my matcha green tea crepe cake. Tranquility. You're going to be at peace. You're going to feel so good. It's kind of like when I see tranquility at work, I think like I've accomplished something. I've got no worries. Like if there's chaos at work, if there's confusion at work, if people are getting let go, laid off, whatever, you seem like that one person that's just kind of not worried about it because you're safe, you're stable, your value is undeniable, whatever that means. But like you're not like, nah, that don't have nothing to do with me. The chaos. I got the dignity and the dahlia, which could be a redirection for those of you that keep up with those. But I don't know, you just have a tranquil, dignified energy right now, or you're stepping into that, and I'm putting you on notice that that's coming in, because you're not going to be worried about it. You're going to feel accomplished, valued, like, you know, if there's a hostile takeover, that has nothing to do with you. You're that group, okay? If anything, you Like if like let's say we're talking about where companies take over other companies, acquisitions and layoffs. If anything, it creates the opening for you, because like they evaluate you pile 2 and they're like, no, pile 2 is everything that we need to go forward. So we're gonna give them more money, we're gonna give them a promotion, whatever that is. That's you. That's where you are. That's why you just tranquil and dignified. Everybody else can just scatter. That nothing to do with you. All right, let me see what's going on. Good for you. You know, everybody's not that blessed. It's hard out here. Tell me more about pile 2 regarding their career and money. What do they need to know right now, today, regarding their career and money? This is a safe place, I guess. Tell me. I got the Father of Swords. Conversations that have already been had with you, or someone's planning to have a conversation with you. It feels like a masculine leadership person. Masculine boss, leader, authority figure. That's very serious, good with their words, but highly intelligent, knows exactly what they're doing. Okay, gonna have a conversation with you that kind of clearly defines. It might be a PowerPoint, might have like the little stick when you're giving presentations, like this what we're doing, this where you going, this is how you fit in. Like, I feel like that's kind of an analogy or a literal instance for some of you, where you're just not gonna have to worry about it after that conversation with this person. So good for you. I'll take both of these. Yeah, strong confidence and patience. The strength card with the lion in tarot is not a strength of power, it's the strength of consistency and being impenetrable, being unwavered, not needing to move, right? It feels very, very stable. When we talk about plants, right? There we go with more sticks, right? Even though this is wands and that's a sword, the 2 of wands is where we start planning ahead and looking forward to the future, right? And our goals and the things we want to reach, especially when we talk about new beginnings and fresh starts and starting over. I've got that with the number 0 here and the Fool. Okay, like this is the very beginning of the Fool's journey. It's where we're really innocent, really young, and we're just taking this leap, and we're just finally getting our feet out into the real world so we can discover who we are and who we're going to be, right? This is someone that's going to help you figure out who you are and who you're going to be, right? So I don't know who that is, but that's someone that's really going to support you. All right, tell me more about my matcha green tea crepe cake. All right, tell me more. Might be 2 people, actually. Could be someone with air sign placements as well as Leo. Yeah, the sun is here. The sun talks about, yes, you're supposed to be here, you're valued here, this is the right move, this is the right offer, you can accept it because everything makes sense, everything is aligned, and it feels like where you're going and whatever you're partnering with, or whatever situation you're trying to combine with, it makes sense. It makes sense for you. Okay, we got the South Node of comfort, right? And it does say destined to release. So I mentioned where a lot of moving pieces and a lot of changes, a lot of people going off and doing their own thing, a lot of new people coming in, everything feeling very, very new, very, very early with the situation. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. But you, my friend, you are very comfortable, you are very stable, my pal too. And I love it. I love the stability, I love the security that you have here when I'm doing a career reading. So let me get some of these tea leaves and then I'll get your advice, because you're fine. Tell me about my matcha green tea crepes cake. What do they need to know? Be comfortable on this new adventure, because I mean, you're valued and it makes sense for you. It's not gonna be all this extra effort because it is in alignment with who you are and what it is you're trying to do. Okay, we got a hat. All right, I'll take that one. Give me 2 more, thank you. And we'll see what's at the bottom really quick in a second. You will be playing a different role. So yeah, okay, so that's why we have all of this presentation. Be prepared for the presentation, the conversation, because it means you're gonna have to switch things up a little bit, but that's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like more efficiency. Like when we talk about looking ahead and planning, like, hey, I see you're doing this and that, but maybe we can make that a little bit easier. Maybe we shift your role a little bit so that we're strengthening skills that you need to develop so that you can, eventually get promoted into a role. Let's diversify your skill set so that like you qualify for more promotions within. You're not limited to just this trajectory. You can go do this, you can do that. Makes you more versatile. I don't know why I can't talk, y'all. Somebody may struggle when they're talking. I don't know. Someone may not be the best, most well-spoken, but it doesn't matter. You doing something different, you being encouraged to do something different, all right? So flowers talk about happiness. Whatever the new thing is, the new perspective is, you're going to like it a lot. It's going to feel like a gift. I've got a dark woman that says dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. So there is someone here. That could be you. That could be someone in on this conversation that's gonna be affecting this topic. And how? Let's see how. We got new opportunities, possibilities, paths opening up. Playing a different role, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. And that is literally the full energy. Just so you're aware. That's you. That's the energy. Now, watch. I don't know who, but there's someone working against you behind your back. So just don't worry about it, because I don't see where it actually is going to affect you, because this is a great thing. But there is a rat on the table, and you know what? It doesn't make any sense to you, I can tell, but it makes perfect sense to me, the reader. Let me tell you why. Because this is a situation I can already tell where there's a lack of stability, and you have stability where most don't. You have a certain tranquility and dignity associated with you that you don't have the concerns of maybe some other people around you. Okay. Some of you, maybe it was this darker woman that was working against you, has been at some point, and you're going to be able to turn that around, or maybe that's not going to affect you anymore. But just keep in mind that there is a rat on the table. And that's okay, because like I said, where things are shifting and you're being shifted to do something else, the people that couldn't adjust in that way, that couldn't look ahead, they're not gonna like you, because they're probably on thin ice. They're probably already gone. Like, there's some resentment that comes from being the person that is tranquil in the midst of chaos and takeovers. Okay, so just don't worry about it. I mean, don't be like don't be close with people that you know are in that situation, because that's just asking for trouble. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. Let me grab this card. I got all four in the bottom, but one hit the deck already. Let's see. We got a pail. Time to get out of a situation. Yeah, don't be dealing with people that are on thin ice. If you know that the energy I'm reading for you is incoming because you're in you're in a situation of friction right now, get out while you're ahead. If you're in a situation of friction, I don't know why this is doing that, by the way. There we go. Just get out while you're ahead if you're in a situation of friction where it's not gonna work out like this, because your next move is gonna be that. I don't see it much in these readings for time's sake, but I read past, present, and coming. So if your present is the friction, right, where we talk about everything that I said, you're on the receiving end of that, your next situation is going to be clear, right? Your role is going to be identified very early on, right? It's going to make sense from the moment you interview for the position, okay? Or partner with this person when we talk about your business. We have a lighthearted and carefree time with the jug. Those of you that are the dominant energy here, you just go out and enjoy life. Like, you don't need to be like, you don't have to worry about it. Like, you don't need to sit there and stress. Some of you, don't be trying to involve yourself in meetings that don't have anything to do with you. Like, if you weren't invited to the meeting, it's nothing bad. Like, that means just go enjoy your life, because you don't need all these conversations. You don't need all these coaching. You see what I'm saying? Like, when people are having meetings and one-on-ones with the boss consistently, that's not because they're doing well. It's because they're being coached. Okay. You just prioritize yourself and your success, okay? Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. You will have to be reborn in some way career wise, like your approach, the way you do things. Like if you're hyper specialized here, we may shift your specialization to over there. I see that. But in all of the chaos, the lighter side, the dominant side of this pile feels like you're the unicorn in the midst of all of the uncertainty. Watch that two-faced friend. I don't know who that is, but I got a mouse and I got a rat and I got a cat. So it could be someone that has a cat, could be someone that's very feline-like, but I don't know who this is, but this person isn't, like, they are working against you. Who that is. Compliments from an admirer with the bouquet. Like somebody may have complimented you and this person was like, why? I don't know why you complimenting pile 2. Let me tell you about this, right? Could even be someone that gave you flowers you associate with that just for some reason. But yeah, keep an eye on these people. Let me just give you advice so we can close you out. We're not going to make this longer than it needs to be. You know who you're dealing with. But there's definitely a two-faced friend on the table, all right? All right, what advice do we have for my pal 2 regarding their career? You just be confident. Look at you, the bee of confidence with the crown. I love it. Be confident and make those changes we talked about, like, or what someone's gonna tell you the changes you need to make. It's fine. Just do what you're supposed to be doing, okay? All right, I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 3. All right, pile 3, my mint lime popsicle. Let's see what you need to know today now regarding your career and money. And listen, I love how all of you have gotten great energy. You've all gotten like secret admirer energy. Granted, I'm using the deck that helps, but still is some alignment. There's a bunch of different stuff in there that I've not used on a channel. So obviously you've got appreciation, you've got the sunflower, and this is my pile of spotlight, of attention, of people just really admiring you in general and thinking highly of you. I was seeing like the aspirational card, like people want to be like you, like people, like you're the example of what to be in the workplace, in the business, or as a business owner in whatever industry. So I love it so much to see. If there's a song associated with what you do, your work, or anything like that, I feel like there's somebody's going to be singing that to you soon. Great vibe already. So let me go ahead into it with my mint lime popsicle. What do we need to tell them regarding their career, regarding their money? What's going to benefit them to know right now? Let's see. Great. Boom. That came out in the intro, y'all. I'm not even kidding. Was it the same combination that came out in the intro? I don't remember. If you remember, like, you should see, but I am shocked if that's the case. That means go back to the intro to see, because I feel like both of these came out. They did, because joy is the Gerber daisy. Whatever you want, whatever goal you're trying to achieve, if you're doing everything right, yes. The answer is absolutely. Just because we've got joy, we've got abundance, that's your vibe. That's what you need to know. And more joy will lead to abundance. But chrysanthemum is a secret admirer pile. Gerber daisy is also a secret admirer pile, as is the sunflower. And I just need y'all to know, look at all these cards. There's like, okay, so look, I don't have this on the channel. I don't have this on the channel. I do have lilacs, but you see all the different stuff that, like, I don't have all of those on the channel. So the fact that the cards of things that I have on the channel keeps coming out definitely are messages in those piles. All right, so let me pull some tarot. You got the star at the bottom. This is the pile everybody wants. This is the pile everybody wants to be. Okay, tell me more about this hot commodity that is this mint lime popsicle. I do have more lime themes on the channel though, for those of you that do like that. What's going on with their career and money? What do we need to know for pile 3? Got the moon. Oh, it's a lot of cards. Am I taking all of this? Why not? It's only 4. It's only 4. Okay, 3 out of 5 are major arcana. Look at you. I've got the moon. Any work you've done, like if you just shut down and locked in or are doing that now, that's going to deeply benefit you, right? Keep your business to yourself as you're working, right? And as things balance out and harmonize and you see the results, then you can go ahead and share it with everybody else. I got the 10 of Pentacles, which talks about people being really shocked at how great you're doing and how great you're performing. So like, get your certification on the low, get your master's, doctorates on the low. Like, not saying be all like weird and secretive, but like, it's nobody's business what you're doing, especially if you don't have the result yet, right? If you're applying for a promotion, if you're interviewing for a promotion, don't tell people yet, right? Any new skills development, keep that to yourself until it's real. And when it's real, just let them see. Boom. All right, look at you. Tell me more about my pile 3. My mint lime popsicle. What do we need to know regarding their career and money? Because 2 cards ruled by Pisces of secrecy, of that 12th house of just keeping your business to yourself for here. And Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius, which is expansion. It's how we grow. It's how we expand, right? You're very active here. It rules higher knowledge and learning and development, right? So where you're active doing that, let the results speak for themselves. That's what you're being told to do. You got Mars, you got Aries. Go move. You're going to see lots of prosperity, right? Like, this means that your business is going to make more money than you thought it would. You're going to beat your goals, right? If you have a job, you're going to get more of a raise than you expected, right? It's just going to benefit you to just let people think you're just growing and developing naturally. I feel where you've added skills, certifications, you've unlocked something, maybe invented something, got a grasp on something that it's just not anyone's business yet until you start applying it, okay? But I like it. Look at you. I'm so proud of this pile 3. You keep being great. Make sure you prioritize celebration, fun, and enjoyment. So it feels like you may be celebrating something very soon with my pile 3. Let me see. What do they need to know regarding their career and money today? For my pile 3, my mint lime popsicle. Let's do 4. Let's do 4. Okay, that's 2. 1 more, please. That month keeps looking at me, but I don't know. I'm hesitant to grab it. So we're going to take the bottom in a second. I've got sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Yeah, like your new creative ideas, keep them to yourself until they're real. I've got the unicorn, which talks about using your intuition to make beneficial changes where you're growing, evolving, fine-tuning something, fine-tuning yourself. We've got the eagle, which could be a redirection, but anything that's been hard for you or difficult for you, you've been struggling to catch on to it, don't worry about it, because I see triumph over obstacles here. And I see a skull of hidden secrets can harm you. So now what's that? Because we're talking about keeping your business to yourself until it's real. So we got an angel of spiritual guidance and protection from harm. Oh, some of you don't. Some of you just got a big mouth. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now what I'm talking to you about. Don't have a big mouth with that, okay? Hidden secrets can harm you. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Like the angels, your guardian angels and all of the things are saying, you're protected from harm. You don't need to tell everything to everybody. Like if you're the type that needs advice from certain people, that's fine, but you're not gonna be harmed for keeping your business to yourself. That's what this combination feels like to me. What's at the bottom? I got a cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Boom. The end. There's always a polarity though. And even though the dominant energy is the one that I'm reading, some of you slipped in. You listen to me. If you are overly private, overly secretive, if you go out of your way, like some of you talk too much, some of you need help need feedback regarding something, and you so locked down that you're not even putting yourself in a position to grow and learn and evolve, because you're not even getting feedback. Like I'm saying go to school on the low. I'm not saying like hide from the professors and like self-teach. I'm not saying any of those things. I'm saying like go to school, but just don't tell everybody you know all your personal business, right? Because you're safe enough to get support from the angels in your life that can actually help you. But just don't be telling any and everybody your business, right? Like some of you do too much. Like don't be public with your business, but like don't hide from the people that need to know what you're doing that can support you. Okay? Find your balance. Find your balance. I've got an elephant here of a long journey, either physical or mental, that will leave you wiser at the end. So that's you. Okay, tell me more about this mint lime popsicle, please. What do they need to know regarding their career and money? And you know if that other side is you, because nothing about what I just said sounds like you, because I wouldn't have needed to tell you to keep your business to yourself. Y'all are hiding from people. So tell me more. Okay, I got a shield of you need to defend yourself. Prioritize your long-term stability, right? Like make your resume like to where, make sure you know your resume basically anyway for interviews. Like be able to defend anything that you say you can do, anything that you have written down, anything you've said, oh, I can do this, I can do that. You better make sure you can, because that's literally what we're talking about here. But the reason why there's that side that needs to just be quiet and lock in is because you will absolutely need to prove that you can do some of the things that you've pitched yourself that you can do, or that you said you would develop in those areas. Okay, when we talk about long-term professional growth, so if you know, you better do that. We got an empty chair. Someone is leaving your life. Some of you, you're definitely gonna have to do that because you're not gonna have the protection of someone. Right? Like if there was someone around that was protecting you from like your negative attributes, that would cover up your flaws and shortcomings, and they're no longer around, lock in and keep that to yourself and figure out how to do those things so no one notices, or no one ever needs to know, because now you can do those things that either this person was just doing for you or they were just lying, right? Because that's where we're talking about the hidden secrets can harm you. See, it all comes out on the table. It all starts coming out. You're going to need to defend yourself. That person's not going to be there, okay? All right. I got an apple. Temptation will test you. You may be coming from pile 1, 2. If you want it both, go ahead, because that is apple juice. It absolutely is. Let me see. We'll take this one. And happiness. Let's clarify that apple beyond it just being a redirection, please. Throne, position of authority. Oh, I say temptation will test you. Like I think the apple is just a literal test of authority. Like your authority will be tested, right? To see if you're built for this, right? Leadership may actually literally test you on things that you're supposed to be able to do. All right. And I got an ink pot of problems to be resolved. Can you resolve these issues? You better, if you said you could. All right. So let me close you out. But I mean, it was a great pile beyond just that, because like I said, the pile, there's a side of the pile that's like shocking people. Like, oh, I didn't think pile 3 knew how to do all of that. Look at them advancing. And then there's a side where it's like, now you gotta play catch up, because like you're not up to speed, or you're not where you said you would be, or where people said you would be, because there was some hidden information that can harm. And then also there's that side of you that the real shadow of like, it's not gonna work, because like it was some information, like it was some lies, and like you just can't, right? Prioritize the partnership, prioritize the union, save it best you can. Okay, I'm gonna take these 3 to describe what that is. I got a grounding. Yeah, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Stabilize and be who you said you're gonna be. And then defense is on here 2 times, so make sure you can back up everything you say you can do, because defense is here twice. All right, that's your advice. And be resilient. Make sure you can defend yourself and you can be resilient and stable. Okay? Like, be a shield. Oh, and just, have a blessed day. I like the random blessed day at the end. Honestly, as long as you can do all of this, it's going to be harmony and you'll be blessed. It's where it was some exaggerations and lies where there's issues. All right, so I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 4. All right, pile 4, my pistachio ice cream. Let's take a look at what you need to know right now, today, in the near future regarding your career and money. And your pile is super loud already. Like, there's all kinds of stuff going on, and every single pile, I believe, got a redirection to some secret admirer messages. You got the yellow pantsy. That's a very specific pile. There is specifically a yellow pantsy on the channel. So go there. I even got the word casino. If you're in gaming, iGaming, whatever, you're in your right place, right space. And what I want to talk about is so much. That's why it has to be here. I would have forgotten, right? We got, because that's why this deck is bent up like this. I got July and a throne, which is a position of authority. So you're going to ascend to some type of throne by July. So in a timeless sense, something about the month of July. Those of you watching in real time, that's us right now. I don't know if you're interviewing, if you got to put, if you're in like final interviews, but there's a throne. I'm seeing you ascend to this month. Okay. Or you at a minimum apply for something, initiate something that's going to eventually be this throne in July. Okay. And I say that because something about May, things were moving really slow. See what I'm saying? Like how this all come out together, right? Timelines like that. So the tortoise, right? It's a marathon, not a race, but it's saying something about you were slowly getting ahead come May. And you're going to maybe see the results in July or something's coming through like that, all right? We got a leg up. It says stepping into a new experience, and I got a boot. Okay, it says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. And you're going to, something about stepping into a new experience. So let me get this, I don't know. Like I said, I just want to get you guys the right kind of messages. And like I said, I was like, oh no, I'm on my last power. I didn't expect the pistachio ice cream to hit me like that, right? And just to keep in mind that yellow pantsy is the card of patience. Okay, so let me get 2 more. And that side is already kind of together. This is the one that started acting. This is the side that went rogue. You'll be good by November though, okay? For sure. All right. So let me get this overview for you. My pouch 4, not 2. Could be 2 different things. Might have 2 different offers, okay? Tell me about this pistachio ice cream regarding their career and finances and incoming energy of spirituality. Any of you working on anything spiritual in nature, like if you're in a spiritual community, if you are having to take a leap of faith, you're being supported in that, okay? That's my cherry blossom, my Chinese peacock. Some of you, some type of truth led you to connect deeper with spirit, right? You know, your faith's been really tested with all of that patience and slow moving. I could see that. But you're being supported and leaning into your faith and trusting your spirituality, okay? And those of you in the spiritual community, I see that as well, okay? So let me get more. Things are working out, okay? There's some type of union coming to fruition regarding your career. So career, money for my pistachio ice cream. Some of you have to accept some type of truth, and that acceptance of that truth actually expedited the results you're seeking, okay? So let me see what all this is. Look at that change in fortune for you, right? Some of you, your faith and your acceptance of some type of truth, spiritually or just mentally or just whatever it is leading to a change in fortune. This feels like my manifesting pile. This actually feels like a pile where not necessarily just a little woo, but you relied on all of these things like astrology, tarot, any workings to help you get ahead professionally. And yes, you have absolutely manifested an offer. The Daughter of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. And here we go back with that partnership, that union. You got a job coming in, you got an offer coming in. It's a really good one, okay? Especially where you desperately need it. Especially where you've already lost one, okay? Where things have been hard, right? Where you've been tested and had to accept some type of truth, some type of loss. Something's lost, something's gone. And accepting that is pushing you towards the right offer, the best offer. So tell me, what's going on with my pile 4? My pistachio ice cream. I don't know where we're going with this. Tell me more. Let me get a couple from this deck. What do we need to tell my pistachio ice cream? Aquarius energy of innovation and looking ahead and networking. So definitely utilize your network and things like that where you need to. But Aquarius talks about the foresight and looking ahead. What you need to know is, and things you're doing now, changes you're making now, pivots and shifts you're making now are going to put you in a much better position down the line than the other people you're comparing yourself to. Okay? Like this is an energy of I had to innovate, I created something different, I had to do something different, a unique approach, and by you doing that, Wheel of Fortune, right? Let me get one more. Yeah, look at that Venus energy. So you're going to be a lot more stable, a lot more successful based on whatever truth you've accepted, spirituality you've leaned into to get ahead. Like I know a lot of people have been like laid off and things like that. So if that's been you and you're like, this is not working, I'm not finding something, I'm going to have to like, I don't know, start consulting, start a business, whatever it is you started doing, that's going to benefit you. We got Libra. Partnerships and networks. Some of you are going to build your own partnerships, your own networks, your own business, which is going to be very lucrative. Others of you, by accepting this truth and then shifting, right? After a loss, you're going to find a different, possibly a unique partnership, a different, unique collective space, energy, niche, highly specialized role that's more stable than what you were doing historically. Okay? So let me see. Tell me more about this pistachio ice cream, please. I'm going to pull these tea leaves and then I'll get your advice. I'm curious to see what's going to come out of these tea leaves because they were already loud. So, like, tell us more about this pistachio ice cream regarding career and their money, please. Let's take 4. 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. All right, we'll get the bottom. I actually got 5. You're going to get something extra. You're going to get a couple of things extra since that slipped off the top. We got a cracked cup of dissatisfaction in life. So that truth of maybe you really just were not interested in what you were doing. Maybe that's it and you have to take a unique approach. If that's the revelation you've had or are having, you're being supported in following your spirit, right? That dissatisfaction with what you're doing. Some of you are being told when it comes to career, money, if you don't have the discernment yourself, to the awareness to realize that truth, that you're not connecting in spirit to the work you're doing. That's why we have the 5 of Pentacles lost. That's why we've got that cracked cup to push you towards something more in alignment with your spirit. Yeah, because see that broken wishbone? That's why the wish isn't granted. We got a cracked cup and a broken wishbone, the 5 of Pentacles, because we need to be doing something else, okay? We need to be taking a different approach. And the carriage is that journey, physically or mentally, to it, okay? So that's why you needed all these cards. We got an angel of spiritual guidance and protection from harm. You do need to know, lean into your spirituality, your spirit guides, protection, because it's going to work out. It's just that what you were trying to do is not specific. It needs to be different. You're going to get that good news though, okay? Especially where you're concerned about your family. We got a well of family wishes coming true. All right. Tell me what's at the bottom. I've got, oh. Yeah, see, a broken ring right there, it says parting of ways in either romance or business. That's supposed to happen. You got multiple indicators. That's just supposed to happen like that. Some of you, you're accepting the truth that what you're doing now is just not going to be it. Like, it's not where you're going. And that's okay. You can start fresh. You can start over. You should. You're being encouraged, okay? But secure something first, right? But there's an announcement coming. Good news. All right. It's going to deeply benefit you and your family. I'm trying to grab your advice. I'm acting like that other deck doesn't matter. But this is a karmic justice pile. This is a you need to be fulfilling your destiny pile, okay? Let me get what I was supposed to be doing here. What else do we have for this pistachio ice cream, please, regarding their career and money that they need to know right now? Give me a few. Okay, I got that one. Hard work ahead is on the table. Literal table, huh? Hard work ahead. Tell me more. Okay, I'll take all of that. In the bottom. Grapes says time to go out and have fun. Yeah, hard work is ahead. But it's a journey, not a race. So enjoy yourself in the meantime. And what you're building is stable. It will be successful as long as you put in the work. Okay? The kangaroo talks about unsettled times and needing to plan ahead. So just make sure you're ahead on your work. And more long journeys, right? A journey, either physical or mental. And it said it will leave you wiser at the end. So this is supposed to make you smarter and things like that, okay? And we've got an egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. I mean, it's going to be effort. I don't know what to tell you. What's at the bottom? I got a needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. So look at you. Those of you that are like doing the manifestation and the spirituality, I'm being honest with you, you're going to get good news. You're going to get that offer, but it's going to be aligned with your truth and spirituality. They're not going to just give you anything. You're not that group that can just do anything. You can't just manifest some random job, some random career. It has to align with your spirit. That's why it wasn't working, not working. That's why you got a wish not granted there, right? Wish not granted, just random wishes of random jobs. Not going to happen. A sincere wish will be granted. See the fine print there? Yeah. So let me go ahead and get your advice. Remember, you're already karmic justice pile in the best way, even if it doesn't feel it. So let me get you a card right now so I can close you out. What advice do we have for this pistachio ice cream? Use your knowledge, because I saw that card, but that's not the main advice. There's a arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross here on the table. I don't know why. Okay. Something about March. In March, past or current. Learn the truth. Yeah, somebody's trying to sabotage you. You saw that, right? Because the wedge says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Yeah, somebody you upset or got mad at you and they're like blocking you, possibly, right? With the rooster and your career, whatever. And that happened in March. It's happened in March. And I'm telling you the truth regarding that. Okay? But don't give up on your journey. Okay? Yeah, don't give up on your journey regarding where you're trying to go. You may be the owl, okay? And the cutting ties upright may in fact be just moving along from that. So give me one more from my pile 4. Yeah, they just wanted, I don't know, the spirit team on this pile is like, no, tell them I want them to know such and such is touching. Be mindful with the wisdom and learn the truth, okay? I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. But I do see success in all of the things for this pile, okay? So I'm going to close you out. And thanks for watching.